The National Palace Museum of Korea, much like the rest of the nation, finds itself in full bloom these days. A new exhibition there celebrates the artificial flowers, or Chaewha, that were a mainstay among royal Korean courts centuries ago. Our cultural correspondent Park Ji-won tells us more.
The National Palace Museum of Korea lies right next to Gyeongbokgung Palace, the main royal palace of the Joseon Dynasty, which fits nicely with the museum's new exhibition that opens Tuesday. These majestic flowers may seem real, but they are actually traditional royal silk flowers, or Chaewha. They were handcrafted by Hwang Suro, a master of royal silk flower artistry who has spent decades studying and restoring this dying royal tradition.
Chaewha flowers were considered to be flowers that never died in the royal court of the Joseon Dynasty, symbolizing the eternity of its rule. The royal courts never plucked any real flowers because the dynasty respected their lives.
The history of fabricating artificial flowers dates back more than 1,000 years in Korea, but the silk flower artistry flourished in royal courts, particularly during the late period of the Joseon Dynasty, the 18th to 19th century, out of the dynasty's 600-year history. The exhibition especially demonstrates how King Sunjo, who ruled the Korean peninsula in the early 19th century, celebrated his 40th birthday. Historic records show that thousands of Chaewha flowers were used at the royal banquet, witnessing affluent and elegant taste of the court. In addition, the exhibition features silk flower works by prominent French atelier house Arirang, fourth-generation atelier since the early 19th century, making silk flowers and plumes for high-fashion houses like Dior, La Croix, and Chanel.
Despite the geographical distances of thousands of kilometers, surprisingly, there are a lot of things we share in common, such as using the same materials like silk, and the way we use very similar tools.
The exhibition runs through May 25th at the National Palace Museum of Korea. Park Ji-won, Arirang News.